Initiating moisture.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Do I Need a Haircut, where we answer the question, do I need a haircut? And the answer is a resounding yes on this week's episode. Now, before I can get a haircut, I must analyze the moisture content of the movie Happy Death Day. It's a movie that just came out, and I just saw it. The movie is a simple premise, very similar to Groundhog Day, but with a slasher twist. It's basically the Dark Souls of Groundhog Day movies. The story is simple enough. A lady gets killed and then she keeps repeating the day over and over again until she can solve her own murder. The story takes a little bit of twists and turns here and there. It's got a nice little romance subplot too. There's nothing special about the story here. Really, there's nothing special about the whole movie, but everything it does pretty well and it's enjoyable. Now, I will say one of my biggest complaints is there's a severe lack of 50 Cent in this movie. The trailers really hyped it up with the 50 Cent song, and I was kind of disappointed that it turns out it's not even in the movie. I don't mean to spoil it. If you're going to see it for the 50 Cent soundtrack, you will be disappointed. Now, it also does a really decent job of making it hard to guess who the killer is. You know, 1 second you think you figured it all out, it has to be this person, but then it turns out it's fucking Colonel Mustard in the study with the nipple clamps. It does a good job of keeping you guessing. Even when you're 100% sure you know who it is, it throws a curveball at you. It's really just, it's a pleasant movie to see. In a very odd way, it's a cute movie. When the credits roll, you'll probably have a smile on your face. It kind of markets itself as more of a horror movie, which it absolutely is not. There's some weak-ass jump scares they tried to shoehorn in there. They don't work. The movie just does not work as a horror movie. It's this very, very kind of self-aware movie that it knows it's not doing anything special, but it's going to do it well. And it knows it's not special. It even makes a direct reference to Groundhog Day. And it's just a nice breath of fresh air. It's just, here's a movie that's not taking itself too seriously, and it's fun to watch. You know, the comedy bits weren't bad. The acting from almost all the characters was pretty good. Dialogue wasn't shitty. Everything just worked pretty fucking well. So I don't have a whole lot to say about this movie, other than I saw a ton of people going to see this tonight, Friday the 13th, because, you know, they think it's a horror movie. Let's go see something spooky for Friday the 13th. I have no doubt they're not getting what they're expecting. That's not a bad thing. I think they'll still be satisfied with it, but I want to make it very clear. I don't think this movie is anything super special, nor is it something you need to rush right out, throw on your best pair of shoes and go see. But if you're just looking for a fun movie, an even kind of cute movie to see, cute's not the right word. I wouldn't exactly take your grandparents and your children there, but just a laid-back movie to see. I would definitely recommend this one. There's just not a whole lot to say. It's just pleasant. This isn't at all me saying there's nothing wrong with this movie. There's definitely a lot of flaws here. The biggest one being when you do find out who the killer is, a lot of things with the story kind of just don't add up. It kind of throws this monkey wrench in there where things just, the dots don't start connecting. You're connecting dots and you're just getting a big fucking dick on your piece of paper with the dots. And that's not that big a deal. Like, I even feel in the writing process, they notice that and they're like, Franklin, this doesn't work. Who gives a fuck? And, it's a good attitude to have with a movie like this. Who gives a fuck? They did everything decent enough. The flaws in this movie don't really hold it back from being the best it could be in what it tried to do. So let's go ahead and blow out these candles here and wish that I was about 3 inches taller. So I'm going to plug this into the moist meter now. It is a 65%. There's really nothing special about this movie, but it is a movie that's just kind of fun to see. You're not going to walk away from there like, holy shit, I just saw something big. You're going to walk away saying, you know what, I enjoyed that hour and a half. And yeah, I mean, that really is all there is to say about that movie. So yeah.